Welcome to Irvine Influencers. I'm Valerie Starn. We're on the campus of UC Irvine, about to meet the man responsible for making this campus the global model it's grown to be today.
I'm Brian Pratt. I'm the Associate Vice Chancellor for Design and Construction Services and the Campus Architect at UC Irvine.
It's a big title and an even bigger job.
And we're responsible for really the large-scale capital projects across the campus.
We asked Brian to take us on a tour, and right away we saw just how much this campus is growing.
So that's a cement truck. So they're going to pour cement up on the top level up there. That's a big pump
Looks
truck.
like they're going to shoot cement.
Yeah.
So much happening all around campus, and your capital improvement budget is enormous.
It is. It's about $2 billion right now, and this building, the Falling Leaves Foundation Medical Innovation Building, is a big part of that.
The new building is set to be one of the largest of its kind on the West Coast, referred to casually as a wet lab.
What do you mean by wet lab?
These are chemical labs with fume hood, exhaust, and real intense research functions.
Once complete, it will be a game changer, extending UCI's impact in the field of medicine worldwide. What drives Brian's passion is knowing that the designs he oversees enable students and research teams to push boundaries. Take, for example, this building, which houses world-class microscopes for cutting-edge research.
From a construction budget point of view, not a very big project, under $10 million, which for us is a pretty small project. The instruments themselves cost many times that, but they're breaking world records for image resolution through these microscopes. And I think about the impact that a research project can have. They can literally change the world. And so, I tell my team, if we can be that little margin between somebody curing cancer and not curing cancer because of what we did, that's a pretty gratifying place to be.
So do your students ever complain about construction noise?
They do. We usually put up sound walls. A lot of people call UCI under construction indefinitely.
Next, we went to visit Brian's newest pride and joy.
So tell us what these buildings are.
So over here is the College of Health Sciences building, and over here is the nursing school.
They are a blend of beauty and eco-consciousness. Solar panels reduce energy consumption, while at the same time creating a welcoming terrace.
Actually make for a very beautiful shade canopy, and the dappled light that comes through is reminiscent of dappled light that might be coming through the trees.
It's exactly that. That's the feel that you have when you walk out into this area.
Students, faculty, staff work in high-stress environments, and so when they can come outside and get some fresh air and enjoy the outdoors, enjoy the climate that we have in Southern California, it's really a win-win for everybody.
The view from higher up features Rooftop Gardens.
One of the concepts of this building was to bring California's natural landscape up and onto the building so you can experience it at all levels. So these are all plants that are found in California and can thrive here with low irrigation.
You've got a great team, I'm sure, that manages the greenery because it looks fantastic.
Yeah, there's a great team here that keeps the grounds looking great. They get nervous about plants on a roof for leaks and things like that, as you might imagine, but there are a lot of systems in place to control that.
Brian grew up in Orange County and married his high school sweetheart, Cindy. They have 2 daughters.
We met our junior year in high school, went to OCC and then San Luis Obispo together. We will have been married 35 years this year.
Before this job, Brian worked on notable projects such as the Ocean Institute and the trend-setting camp near South Coast Plaza.
The camp was fun because it was all about action sports and the outdoors and connectivity to the outdoors and what it means to live in California. The Ocean Institute, on the other hand, was all about the kids and what their experience might be, many of them coming to the ocean for the very first time. The Ocean Institute was right on the intersection of the breakwater, the headlands, and the harbor. Really a dream site for an architect.
Well established in his field, suddenly he got the call from UCI.
I was nervous about coming here and getting away from pen to paper design, where I was the one designing everything. Coming here, I get to influence design, working with some of the greatest architects in the country, if not the world.
In the early 60s, the school's founding architect wound up on the cover of Time magazine. William Pereira envisioned a growing wheel with Aldrich Park at the center.
And then there are hubs, radial malls, that come off of Aldrich Park and are focused on given schools, School of Humanities, School of Natural Sciences, School of Physical Sciences, and so on.
His master plan allowed for the expansion still happening today.
In a way that still honors Aldrich Park in the center and yet allows for incredible growth for the campus.
The school's biggest project yet is a $1 billion hospital scheduled to open next year. It will run entirely on electric and solar power.
It'll be the first all-electric hospital in the nation, which means it doesn't burn fossil fuels for its heat and air conditioning.
UCI leads the way in sustainability practices. They hold the most Leadership in Energy and Design, or LEED awards.
You can be LEED certified, you can be LEED silver, gold, and platinum. We have 23 LEED platinums, which blows away any university across the country, probably in the world.
And what inspires the school's leadership role in sustainability is the student body.
They say, oh, LEED gold, LEED platinum, that's great. You know, what are you doing about embodied carbon? You know, what are you doing about Scope 3 emissions?
And it's the students and their bright futures that keep Brian focused.
These kids often are first generation college students, often they're international students, coming here not knowing anybody, not knowing the area, and if we can make their student experience just a little bit better.
That's worth the effort of creating a campus that embraces their values and cares about their well-being. Clearly, Brian has a heart for his work. Opening this year, the Center for Advanced Care really hits home.
That's a medical office building, you know, for multidisciplinary, like urgent care, and there's an autism clinic in there, which my oldest daughter happens to be autistic, so that's also gratifying to work on projects like that.
Family is Brian's greatest source of inspiration. Maya is 23 and Zoe 26.
She's an athlete. She likes to play soccer and karate, and she is the kindest heart. My daughter Maya is getting her doctorate in psychology in Chicago right now, and incredibly smart, such an incredibly good head on her shoulders. You know, I'm just so proud of her character. My wife and daughters gave me this bracelet that's supposed to help calm and relieve stress, and it has each of their names on it. And I don't know if the stone actually does anything, but seeing their names every day on the bracelet certainly reminds me to, you know, be grounded.
With innovative leaders like Brian Pratt at the helm, the campus is sure to keep its legacy strong for years to come. From UC Irvine, this is Valerie Starn reporting for ICTV.